from the Nigerian Defense Academy with a Bachelor of Engineering degree in Mechanical Engineering. He was since pursued extensive academic and professional development, earning a postgraduate certificate in public administration from the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, a master's degree in public administration from the University of Calabar, and 2 master's degrees in strategic and security studies from the University of Ibadan and National Defense University, Washington, D.C. Additionally, he is an alumnus of Harvard Kennedy School's renowned Leadership and Certificate in Applied Leadership Strategy from the National Productivity Senior Executive Program. The reviewing officer throughout his military career has completed a wide array of courses, including Armor and Infantry Young Officers course, Amphibious course, Junior and Staff courses, Defense Resources Management, Counter-Terrorist course, and seminars on irregularity and hybrid warfare. The training of the reviewing officer took place across several countries, including Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, and the United States of America. His leadership experience is extensive, having held key postings such as Brigade Commander of the 21 Special Armored Brigade in Burma, Director of Coordination at the National Defense College, Chief Instructor at the Nigerian Army Armor School, and Principal Staff Officer at Defense Headquarters. He also served as a military assistant to the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia. Lieutenant General Shaibu has actively participated in various military operations, including Operation Harmony, Boyona, Zaman Lafia, Lafia Dole, Turata Kebongo, Hadinkai, Desert Sanity, and Lake Sanity, as well as international peacekeeping missions such as the African missions in Sudan and the United Nations missions in Liberia. He was also part of Nigeria's Foreign Training Assistance Mission of Liberia. His distinguished service has been recognized with numerous awards, including the Forces Service Star, Meritorious Service Star, Distinguished Service Order of Liberia, Distinguished Service Star, Command and Field Command Medals, as well as the Purple Heart Medal of Counterinsurgency Operations in northeastern Nigeria. Outside his military career, General Y.D. Shaibu enjoys reading, early morning walks, and deep contemplation. The reviewing officer is happily married to Hajia Safia Hassan Shaibu, and together the union is blessed with 2 children, Hanif and Hafiza. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, can we please put our hands together for the reviewing officer? It may interest the reviewing officer to know that each guard is attached with a company sergeant medal, and these instructors have contributed immensely in molding these young soldiers into what we are witnessing here today at Depot Nigerian Army, Amasiri, Edda. The conducting warrant officer for this parade is Warrant Officer Victor Uche. Number 1 guard is commanded by Captain N.A. Abubakar. The left sub-guard commander is Lieutenant H.I. Ahmad, while the right sub-guard commander is Lieutenant M.B. Lucas. And the company sergeant major for number 1 guard is Sergeant Adebayo Christian. 2 guard is commanded by Captain M.U. Unguta, with the left sub-guard commander Lieutenant U.E. Imo. And the Rise of God Commander, Lieutenant O. Ebel. The company Sergeant Major for 2 Guard is Sergeant Sanusi Yunusa. 3 Guard is commanded by Captain F.L. Ibrahim, with Left of Guard Commander, Lieutenant G.A. Osaze. Lieutenant M. Abubakar is the Rise of Guard Commander. And the company Sergeant Major for number 3 Guard is Sergeant Mila Felix.
Your Excellencies, senior military officers, the National President, Nigerian Army Officers' Wives Association, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. The inspection of the 10 guards is over. Even as the special guest of honor and reviewing officer is still riding on the inspection vehicle, it will interest our esteemed guests to note here that the vehicle the special guest of honor is riding on for this inspection was purchased by the special guest of honor as part of transformation to the Nigerian Army. The vehicles are 3 purchased for Depot Nigerian Army Zaria, Depot Nigerian Army Oshogo, and Depot Nigerian Army Amasiri Edda. Your Excellency, gone are those days when inspection vehicles are repurposed. But these ones are specially built to fit the purpose of drill in the Nigerian Army. Interest our esteemed audience to know that the horses for today's parade are brand new, marching on this parade ground for the first time, and also the parade ground that we are having this passing out parade is a new brand one that was unveiled today also. Can we please put our hands together for the special guest of honor? Any moment from now, the reveal officer and the special guest of honor will mount the saluting dice, even as the parade commander will seek his permission to carry on with the rest of the parade. And that will be coming up shortly.
May I have the permission to carry on with the rest of the parade? Sir!
Permission has been graciously granted to the parade commander, still riding on that white stallion, well decorated on Depot Nigerian Army Amasiri Edda regalias. As he takes over the parade, his new position, he will stand first number 1 guard, which is the champion guard, for the presentation of the champion banner. And this will be coming up shortly. Sit back and happy viewing. Thank you.
Champion company stand fast! Remain the guard! Stand fast! Ease! Champion company! Shoulder!
That is the voice of Captain N.A. Abubakar, the guard commander for the champion guard.
Quick march!
Bringing our minds back to the parade ground, marching from the left edge of the saluting dice is the champion company. Talking about Charlie Training Company, who emerged the overall champion for 90 regular recruit intake. It takes hard work to be a champion. It takes dedication to be a champion. It takes total resilience to be a champion. Please put your hands together for them. When the word of command is loud and clear, the reaction to that word of command is spontaneous. And that is what we have just seen between the guard commander and the guards. The guard commander and the banner bearer marching forward at this moment to receive the long-awaited champion banner. May I, at this point, most respectfully invite the Commander Recruit Center, talking about Colonel Yu Oyen Namnia, to please come forward to do us the honor to make this presentation. Permission has just been granted to the Commander Recruit Center to make the presentation. Banner bearer, Warrant Officer Uche. He just handed over the banner to the Commander Recruit Center. Guard commander, who has been waiting patiently for this moment, pays compliment to the banner. His shield, his sword, preparatory to receive the champion banner. Banner bearer, who has been waiting for this moment, adjusting the belt of the banner, the base of the pike inserted into the socket of the belt of the banner. Charlie Training Company, the champion for 90 regular recruits intake. Can we please put our hands together for him for that beautiful turning? The music we are hearing from the band is the Depot Nigerian Army anthem. The anthem was produced and arranged by Colonel Michael Elon of the Nigerian Army Band Corps in the year 2000. What a great honor for Charlie Training Company for emerging the overall champion for 90 regular recruit intake. How do they become champion? That will be coming up shortly. As military tradition demands, the Commander Recruit Center will also take permission from the special guest of honor to take his seat. While he makes his way to take his seat, can we please put our hands together for him? Good presentation of arms on the march. Even as that executive word of command was given by the guard commander, as the right toe touches the ground, the guard took a pace of 30 inches with the left foot, and as he touches the ground, they turn their head to an angle of 90 degrees to pay compliments. Once again, can we please put our hands together for them? May I, at this point, most respectfully, request the Commandant, Depot Nigerian Army, Amasiri Edda, to please request the special guest of honor to please take his seat for now. As the special guest of honor makes his way to take his seat, can we please put our hands together for him? Charlie Training Company emerged the overall champion for 90 regular recruits intake here in Depot, Amasiri, Edda. How did they become champion? That is the question, Captain S.S. Barker. So please acquaint us with on how Charlie Training Company emerged the overall champion. Captain Bakwa, the microphone is with you for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, MC Big Daddy. The reviewing officers, our distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today, 8th day of July 2026, Charlie Training Company has emerged champion company after an outstanding performance in various training events outlined in their training calendar. It takes dedication, discipline, courage, and determination to be a champion. Charlie Training Company emerged the overall best company for the 90 regular recruits intake, having distinguished themselves in competitive events outlined in the making of a soldier here in the home of regimentation. For emerging the winners of the overall champion banner, they will now enjoy the honor to proudly display the champion banner, marching in a fantastic formation. They will march through the remaining 9 training companies on parade. Shall we please put our hands together once again for the champion company? Members of the champion company are proud of themselves today as they march to the envy of their colleagues and admiration of our esteemed audience. Honor, they say, must be given to whom it is due. The honor accorded to Charlie Company is seen this morning as they have the privilege to march through their colleagues at present arms. Kudos to Charlie Training Company and congratulations to the officer in charge of the company, Major E.S. Morakinyo, who with the support of the instructors led Charlie Training Company to victory. And bravo to the Chief Lion, the Commandant Depot Nigerian Army Amasiri Edda, talking about Brigadier General A.M. Amadu, and of course, the Chief of Army Staff, our revealing officer for today's epoch-making event, Lieutenant General Waidi Shaibu, Nigerian Army Medal, for creating the enabling environment for the smooth conduct of training here in Depot Nigerian Army Amasiri Edda. Can we please put our hands together for them? The champion company are now taking dressing to properly align themselves with the rest of the parade. Immediately after the dressing, the parade commander will give the executive word of command that will kickstart the parade proper.
Hands down to the clouds. Step close. Close, headed, march. Now march past. Division into columns. Form in squad on the right and left. And the center. Slow march.
That word of command from the parade commander has just triggered the commencement of the march past in slow time. First, the recruits are going to do a drill that involves troops taking a turn towards the saluting dice before returning into lines for the conventional march past in slow and quick time. May I now hand over the microphone to MC Big Daddy as he explains the sequence. MC Big Daddy, please.
Thank you very much, the Assistant Director, Army Public Relations. What we are witnessing at the moment is the march past in slow and quick time with forming squad. By this moment, the passing out guards will be marching forward in an arrowhead formation, and that is what we are seeing at the moment. As they return, we'll be witnessing the forming squad. But for now, is the arrowhead formation. You can see number 5 and 6 guards are already forward, forming that arrowhead formation. Even as they take the mark time, can we please put our hands together for the guards? A very beautiful marking time here. Doing it just the way they were taught by their instructors, with their nails going very high. This looks so unique. It will interest our esteemed guests to note that the colors on parade this morning does not retire. The color doesn't retire. Wherever position the colors are facing in the axis of advance. And any moment from now, they will be advancing again. Thank you. Presenting their arms on the march. Bringing our minds to the color party, even as they are advancing again, they have their own unique way of advancing. And that is what we are just saying at the moment. Giving us this scintillating music this morning is the combined band made up of the Nigerian Defense Academy Band, 82 Division of the Nigerian Army Band, and the host band, Depot Nigerian Army Amasiri Edda. Next is the forming squad. What is forming squad? Changing formation without changing direction. Changing their formation now to forming up in trees. This looks so unique. Can we please put our hands together for these passing out guards? The conventional march pass in slow and quick time, with division into column, has just commenced, with the guard commanders taking charge of the various guards for now. Commanding number 1 guard, which is the champion guard this morning, is Captain N.A. Abubakar. He has 2 sub-guard commanders with him, Lieutenant H.I. Ahmad and Lieutenant M.B. Bukas as his 2 sub-guard commanders. Following number 1 guard is 2 guard, commanded by Captain M.U. Nguta. He has 2 sub-guard commanders with him, Lieutenant E.U. Umar and Lieutenant O. Ebel are the 2 sub-guard commanders. And behind the guard is the company Sergeant Major, Warrant Officer Sanusi Yunusa. For 3 guards, we have Captain F.L. Ibrahim as the guard commander, while his 2 sub-guard commanders are Lieutenant G.A. Asazi and Lieutenant M. Abubakar. Behind this guard is the guard CSM, Warrant Officer Miller Felix. Major Yaya, the microphone is with you now, please.
4 guard is commanded by Captain M.S. Jibrin, with the left of Guard Commander Lieutenant O. Oduotai, and the right of Guard Commander Lieutenant U.M. Umaru. And the company Sergeant Major for 4 guard is Sergeant Clement Moses. 5 guard is commanded by Captain E.J. Pada, with the left of Guard Commander Lieutenant K. Sauki, and the right of Guard Commander Lieutenant T.J. Timothy, while the company Sergeant Major for 5 guard is Sergeant Benson Dennis. Behind 5 guard is the color party. The ensign to the national color is Captain D.T. Moka. Captain S.S. Oluwashola is the ensign to the regimental color, while Warrant Officer Rambo Yohana is the senior escort. Sergeant Ladan Abdullahi, escort to the national color, and escort to the regimental color is Sergeant Salha Shaibu. The RSM, Master Warrant Officer Muhammad, who hails from Kanti Kazaure local government area of Jigawa State, born into the family of Mr. and Mrs. Muhammad. He is a member of 36 regular recruit intake, attended B3, B2, and B1 drill courses. The Master Warrant Officer enjoy playing basketball, coaching, officiating courses. He has held counter-terrorism courses, among others.
For 6th guard, we have Captain T.B. Polycarp as the guard commander. He has 2 sub-guard commanders with him, Lieutenant A.L. Assisi
Number 7 guard is commanded by Captain C. Uwagu. The left sub-guard commander is Lieutenant A.G. Masoi, while the right sub-guard commander is Lieutenant A.I. Mohammed. The company sergeant major for number 7 guard
Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, while the color passes where you are seated, you are all please requested to stand, officers and warrant officers in uniform at the salute. Thank you.
The special guest of honor and reviewing officer for today's epoch-making event, sir. Among the 10 guards marching on parade this morning are 2 guards, distinguished not by rank or posture, but by the quiet resolve behind their eyes. Commanded by smart female officers, they stand as symbols of inclusion in the Nigerian defense tradition. A proof that the nation's strength is no longer measured by gender, but by discipline and professionalism. Shall we please put our hands together for these 2 female guards?
Representing the Deputy Governor of Imo State, Lady Chinyere Irama.
once again remind our esteemed audience that as the color marches towards where you're seated, we are all expected to rise. Officers and warrant officers in uniform are pleased to salute. Thank you.
Allow the thread. Allow to flow. Allow to flow. Okay, no call them again. Start from 7. Complete them. Because they'll feel bad. Continue with 7. Yes. Continue with 7. Continue with 7.
Should we just allow them when they approach you? Please be seated. Once again, may I remind our esteemed audience that as the color marches towards where you're seated, you are all expected to rise. Officers and warrant officers on uniform are please requested to salute.
Following closely is number 8 guard. 8 guard. 8 guard commanded by a female officer, and the 2 sub-guard commanders are also female.
Number 8 guard is commanded by Captain O.V. Larry. The left sub-guard commander is Lieutenant Bube, while the right sub-guard commander is Lieutenant Ojetimehi. The company sergeant major for number 8 guard is Corporal Adetumbi Adeyemi.
9 guard is commanded by Captain E.Z. Jato. The left sub-guard commander for 9 guard is Lieutenant K.A. Ibrahim, and the right sub-guard commander is Lieutenant A.A. Adeyemo, while the company sergeant major for 9 guard is Sergeant Augustine Ezekiel.
While number 10 guard is commanded by Captain M. Usman, and his 2 sub-guard commanders, Lieutenant J. M. Neff. Behind the guard is Warrant Officer Garuba Mansour. These are the guard commanders and sub-guard commanders. Behind number 10 guard is the parade adjutants. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, still marching at the rate of 65 paces to the minute in slow time. Sit back and happy viewing. Thank you.
The revenue officer, sir, these personnel recruits have gone through rigorous training and rehearsals that demand absolute commitment and sacrifice to be eligible for this spectacular ceremony. It is worthy to mention here that the beautiful parade you are watching this morning is a tireless effort of the drill instructors under the rightful supervision of the team of instructors headed by the senior instructor drill wing, Major A.G. Ali, who have spent long hours coaching these young gentlemen and ladies. However, the recruits on their part were determined to learn, despite all the challenges. That essentially is the secret of the success we are celebrating this morning. It is indeed said, to be a soldier is not a day job. It takes enormous sacrifices beyond imagination to achieve this feat. I humbly request that we give this team of instructors a resounding of applause for this wonderful job. By way of advice for these young men and women watching this parade who would like to join the Nigerian Army, I want you to know that there is nothing good in life that comes easy. You can also be like these fine gentlemen and women on parade this morning. If you are prepared physically and mentally to face the challenges ahead, First of all, you must possess the minimum academic qualification required for recruit intake, and more importantly, you must be a disciplined Nigerian of good conduct with a high level of personal integrity. You also must be physically fit and in good health in order to withstand the training and become part of this grand celebration. Your Excellency's distinguished invited guest, watching this morning is performance by recruits of 90 regular intake of Depot Nigerian Army, Amasiri, Edda. Can we please appreciate the commandant of this great institution once more? Thank you.
The special guest of honor and reviewing officer, Your Excellencies, senior officers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Any moment from now, we shall be thrilled with the transition of breaking from slow to quick time, where the passing out guards will be marching at the rate of 116 paces to the minute in quick time. And that will be coming up shortly. Thank you. Again, can we please put our hands together for them, for that beautiful transition, marching at the rate of 116 paces to the minute in quick time. Sit back and happy viewing. Approaching the saluting dice in quick time is number 1 guard, led by the parade commander. Following him closely is the parade second in command, and then the guard commander for the champion guard, Charlie Training Company. Following Charlie Training Company is Alpha Training Company, 2 guard. Following 2 guard is 3 guard, Bravo Training Company. Following 3 guard is 4 guard, which is Delta Training Company. May I also remind our esteemed guests, as the callers passes by your various stands, you are all expected to rise. Officers, warrant officers in uniform will please salute. Thank you. That is 5 guard, Echo Training Company. Following Echo is the color party. Following the color party is 6 guard, Phosphorus Training Company. okay, I'm finished with the guards, okay. Following 6th guard is 7th guard, which is Golf Training Company. Following Golf Training Company is Hotel Training Company, which is 8th guard. Following closely is 9th guard. India Training Company, while number 10 guard is Juliet Training Company.
Once again, may I remind our esteemed audience that among the 10 guards marching on parade this morning are 2 guards, distinguished not by rank or posture, but by the resolve behind their eyes, commanded by smart female officers. They stand as symbols of inclusion in the Nigerian defense tradition, a proof that the nation's strength is no longer measured by gender, but by discipline and professionalism. Shall we please once again put our hands together for them?
Still marching at the rate of 116 paces to the minute in quick time. The special guest of honor, sir. Any moment from now, we shall be thrilled with the reforming into line and the synchronized guard haltings that will be led by the band, and that will be coming up shortly. Sit back and happy viewing.
Having conducted the march past in slow and quick time, the parade will start marking time any moment from now, and they will come to a uniform halt at the command of the band.
Ooh la la! Once again, can we please put our hands together for the 10 guards on parade?
Blessed in open death, in war dress.
Dressing their lines inwardly due to the presence of the colors on parade. Kelly, you want to talk? Fantastic.
Who dared arms? Stand at ease.
May I, at this point, please bring forward the table drill? The two recruits to please bring the table forward, please. Can we please put our hands together for these two smart recruits, please? The special guest of honor, sir, Your Excellencies, senior military officers, serving and retired, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. A while ago, we witnessed the march past in slow and quick time with the arrowhead formation and then forming squad. We were also thrilled with the breaking from slow to quick time. And also, we were also thrilled with the reforming into line and the synchronized guard haltings. And also, the advance in review order. This brings us to the presentation of award. May I, at this point, hand over the microphone to the Assistant Director, Army Public Relations, Depot Nigerian Army, Amasiri, Edda, to please carry on with proceedings.
Thank you very much, BMC Big Daddy. The reviewing officer, sir, to handle this segment, may I respectfully request the Chief Instructor Training Branch, Colonel T.A. Lamidi, to please conduct this segment of the program. The Chief Instructor, sir.
Reviewing officer on this auspicious in line with already established protocols, sir. I am Colonel T. Amidi, the Chief Instructor, Amasiri, presentation of awards. The presentation conducted during the retreat held on the 18th June this year for 90th regular recruits intake at the depot temporary location in Jaji, where several awards were presented to many deserving instructors, staff, and recruits. The presentation of awards for this parade will be in two categories. The first category is the presentation of award to deserving recruits, while the second category is the presentation of award to the serving members of staff and instructors who distinguish themselves during the course of the recruits. During the training, some recruits demonstrated commendable diligence and exemplary character, which made them stand out among their colleagues. In recognition of their efforts, awards will be given to them. For today's personnel parade, the award for recruits are four: the Commandant Depot Nigerian Army Amasiri Edda Award, the Chief of Administration Award, the Chief of Training Award, and the Chief of Army Staff Award. May I begin with the Commandant Depot Nigerian Army Amasiri Edda Award. This award is given to the recruit who stand third in order of merit among the personnel recruits of the 90th regular intake. To win this award, the recruit must have scored the third highest average points in all assessment tests and general conduct. Winner of this award is DAE 26/90/1550, recruit Ahmad Dalatu of Foxtrot Training Company. Recruit Ahmad Dalatu hails from Zaria local government area of Kaduna State and attended MBS Science Academy Tuduwada, Kaduna State for his secondary education before his enlistment into the Nigerian Army as a member of United Regular Intake. Next is the Chief of Administration Award. This award is given to the overall best female recruit in order of merit among the passing out female recruits of the United Regular Intake. To win this award, the recruit must have scored the highest points in all assessment tests and general conduct among the female recruits. And the winner of this award is DAE 26/90/1918 Foxtrot, recruit Inweke Amanda Precious of Gulf Training Company. Recruit Inweke Amanda Precious is from Iko local government area of Ebonyi State. She in Deguazwe Charike Secondary School for her secondary education before her enlistment to the Nigerian Army as a member of United Regular Intake. Now to the Chief of Training Award. This award is given to the recruit who stands second in order of merit among the passing out recruits of United Regular Intake. To win this award, the recruit must have scored the second average points in all assessment tests and general conduct. The winner of this award is DAE 26/90/0431, recruit Iyereve Wisdom of Bravo Training Company. Recruit Iyereve Wisdom hails from Aniocha North of Delta State. He attended community secondary school in Kogu before his enlistment into the Nigerian Army as a member of United Intake. And finally, to the Chief of Army Staff Award. This award is given to the recruit who stands overall best in order of merit among the passing out recruits of United Regular Intake. To win this award, the recruit must have scored the highest points in all assessment tests and general conduct. In addition, the recruit must have demonstrated a high degree of discipline, high sense of regimentation, physical fitness, and acceptable leadership traits. The winner of this prestigious award is DAE/90/1374, recruit Choron Elvis Terio of Echo Training Company. Recruit Choron Elvis hails from Guma local government area of Benue State. He attended Elite International College, Makurdi, for his secondary education before his enlistment into the Nigerian Army as a member of United Regular Intake.
Recipients will advance by the right. Quick march.
The first award to be presented is the Commandant Depot Nigerian Army Amasiri Edda Award. The recipient is DAE 26/90/1550, recruit Ahmad Dalatu of Foxtrot Training Company. Is the Chief of Award is DAE 26/90/1918 Foxtrot, recruit Nweke Amada Precious of God Training Company. The award recruit Yerebe. The recipient of this noble award is DAE 26/90/1374, recruit Choron Heavy Steady of Eco Training Company.
Receive soon. Salute. Down. Recipient will retest about. Recipient will retest to your guards. Quick march.
recruits of United regular intake. The presentation of these awards to staff and instructors is also in line with the Chief of Army Staff Soldiers First concept. To the depot, the Soldiers First concept is not just about recruit welfare. It means rewarding those staff and instructors who carry the heaviest load of transforming young Nigerians into soldiers that the Nigerian Army can order into battle in fulfillment of the concerned responsibility to the state. Motivating 3 of choice instructors and staff today with a motorcycle each, in addition to 7 motorcycles presented to staff and instructors on the 18th June this year by the depot, is therefore a step towards producing disciplined and motivated soldiers for the Nigerian Army. There are 3 awards to be presented to the serving members of staff and instructors today. They are the Chief of Army Staff Awards for the most active company instructor, the most active company sergeant major, and the Chief of Army Staff Award for the most active regimental sergeant major. The first award to be presented is the Chief of Army Staff Award for the most active company instructor. The winner and the recipient of this award is 13NA/70/8214, Corporal Aladan Abu. Corporal Aladan Abu is adjudged as the most active among all company instructors during the training of the United Regular Intake. He is one of the company instructors of Gulf Training Company. Next, Next is the Chief of Army Staff Award for the most active company sergeant major. The winner and recipient of this award is 2003 NA/53/3565, Sergeant Dairu Moazu. Sergeant Dairu Moazu is adjudged as the most active among all company sergeant majors in the depot during the training of the United Regular Recruits Intake. Sergeant Dairu Moazu is the company sergeant major of India Training Company. Finally is the Chief of Army Staff Award for the most active regimental sergeant major. The winner and recipient of this award is 96 NA/41/1678, Master Warrant Officer Alimi Asimiyu. Master Warrant Officer Alimi Asimiyu is adjudged as the most active among all regimental sergeant majors in the depot during the training of the United Regular Recruits Intake. Master Warrant Officer Alimi Asimiyu is the regimental sergeant major of the training branch of the depot. At this point, may I humbly request the Commandant, Depot Nigerian Army, to please request the reviewing officer to take his seat. May I hand over the microphone to Captain S.S. Barker, the Acting Assistant Director, Army Public Relations, Depot, Nigerian Army, Amasiri Edda, to continue with the rest of the proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. May I once again call the table bearers to please march forward and take the table of the parade ground, the table bearers.
They look so fast. Even as they pay compliments to the reviewing officer. Once again, can we please put our hands together for them?
That smart table drill was carried out by recruits Umar Mohammed and recruit Zayan Mustafa. Another resounding round of applause for them, please.
The reviewing officers, sir, Your Excellencies, Your Royal Highnesses, members of the Academia and members of Diplomatic Corps, very senior officers, both serving and retired, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. We shall now listen to the remarks by the Executive Governor of Ebonyi State. On that note, may I most dutifully and respectfully request the Commandant Depot Nigerian Army, Amasiri Edda, to please invite His Excellency to the podium to deliver his remarks. The Commandant, sir.
Otito dirijo Yesu Kristi. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Imo State and the Chairman of the Southeastern Nigeria Governors Forum, ably represented in this great occasion by the Deputy Governor of Imo State. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Abia State, ably represented by the Deputy Governor of Abia State. Your Excellency, the Governor of Enugu State, ably represented by the Speaker of Enugu State House of Assembly. Your Excellency, my dear Deputy Governor, the Deputy Governor of the South of the Nation of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Her Excellency Princess Patricia Onyemechi Obila, Deputy Governor of Ebonyi State, our dear special guests, the Chief of Army Staff, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Lieutenant General W. Shaibo, former Chief of Army Staff, our dear brother, Lieutenant General O.A. Ihejirika, retired, our dear host, Commandant, Depot, Nigerian Army, Amasiri Edda, Brigadier General A.M. Ahmed, the General Officer commanding 82 Division, Enugu, Nigeria, and other distinguished Army officers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me stand on the protocol well put in place. It is with immense pride and a deep sense of fulfillment that I stand before you today on this historic occasion of the passing out parade of the pioneer set of recruits trained here at the Nigerian Army Recruit Training Depot, Amasiri Edda, in Afikpo local government area and Edda local government area of this great state, Ebonyi, the salt of the nation. This ceremony marks a significant milestone, not only for the Nigerian Army, but also for Ebonyi State and indeed our dear nation, Nigeria. It represents the successful realization of a vision that will strengthen our national security architecture while creating new opportunities for socio-economic development, security, stability, and prosperity of this great state, Ebonyi. When the idea of establishing this depot on Ebonyi soil was conceived, we wholeheartedly embraced it because we recognize its strategic importance to our nation and its immense benefit to our people, the people of this great state. Through the special grace of God Almighty, what began as a bold vision expressed initially through the donation of this land by the Ebonyi State government and the people of this great state, Ebonyi, to the Nigerian Army, has today become a living reality. We are now witnessing the first fruits of that vision through these disciplined, well-trained, and professionally groomed young men and women who are prepared to serve our fatherland with honor, courage, and unwavering commitment. On this note, I wish first and foremost to express my deep appreciation to His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, for approving the establishment of Depot Nigerian Army Amasiri Edda, and for providing the necessary support and funding for its successful takeoff. This clearly demonstrates the administration's unwavering commitment to the strengthening Nigeria's security architecture and promoting national development through enhancing operational effectiveness of our armed forces. Clearly, its establishment in this region represents a landmark achievement in this administration's national journey towards inclusivity, unity, and equitable development. I also wish to pay special tributes to the leadership of the Nigerian Army, to the Chief of Army Staff especially, and his entire team. Thank you for believing in Ebonyi State and for accepting our modest contributions to your transformation agenda for the Nigerian Army. I commend you for investing enormous resources, expertise, and time in transforming this piece of land into a modern recruit training facility. Your decision to establish these depots in Ebonyi State is a strong vote of confidence in our state, our partnership, and our people. The establishment of these depots has already begun to yield immense benefits. Beyond its primary responsibility of training soldiers for national service, it will significantly enhance the security, stimulate economic activities, improve infrastructure, and foster stronger civil-military relationship. For us in this great state, Ebonyi, soldiers are not strangers. They are valued partners in development, security, and nation building. I wish to assure the leadership of the Nigerian Army that Ebonyi State will continue to remain a dependable and committed partner. We shall continue to provide a peaceful, conducive environment for training and military operations while promoting harmonious coexistence between the military and our communities. The donation of land was only the beginning of the long-term partnership founded on mutual respect and our shared aspirations for a safer Ebonyi State and a stronger nation, Nigeria. To our revered traditional rulers, community leaders, and the good people of this great constituency, I sincerely thank you for your cooperation, hospitalities, and peaceful relationship with the Nigerian Army since the groundbreaking of this depot. I encourage you to sustain this cordial relationship by continuing to support the commandants, his officers and men, and by embracing this institution as an integral part of this great Ebonyi family. To my colleagues, the governors in this southeastern Nigeria, and my colleagues in government, our development partners, let me reiterate that security remains the bedrock upon which sustainable development is built. By supporting institutions such as this, we are investing in the peace, unity, and prosperity of our dear people. Ebonyi State will continue to complement the effort of the federal government in strengthening our security institutions and improving the welfare of those who dedicate their lives to the defense of our dear nation, Nigeria. To our gallant guardian recruits, I extend my warmest congratulations. You have successfully completed a rigorous period of training that has prepared you for the noble responsibility of defending our nation, Nigeria. The journey ahead will undoubtedly be demanding, but it will also be honorable and fulfilling. As you march from this parade ground to various formations across the country, always remember the solemn oaths you have taken to defend our dear great nation, Nigeria, her constitution, and her people. Let integrity, discipline, professionalism, and patriotism guide your conduct at all times. Serve with honor, serve with courage, serve with loyalty. Above all, place the interests of our nation above every personal consideration. As governor of this great state, Ebonyi, I feel a proud sense of pride, knowing that our state will forever remain part of your story, wherever duty may take you in service to our nation. Remember that there is a home here in our great state, Ebonyi, that celebrates your achievements, pray for your safety, and honor your sacrifices. Permit me once again to sincerely appreciate His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR for his visionary leadership and unwavering commitment to strengthen Nigerian Armed Forces. I equally thank the Chief of Army Staff, the leadership of the Nigerian Army, the Commandant and the instructors of this depot, the organizers of this colorful passing out parade, and everyone whose dedications had contributed to the success of this historic occasion. We wish to make a very, very formidable and request from our dear state to Nigerian Army. And the request is for a portion of Army land measuring 982.7 hectares at Abakaliki for even effective and ready development of the capital city in appreciation of your good gesture. Ebonyi State government will complement the efforts of the Nigerian Army in construction of emergency wards, main hospital, and admin block, maternity wards, morgues, security wards, walkways, and generator house. 2 by AC by DC solar power borehole, 500,000 liters capacity each, and theater at Army depots here in Amasiri, Amangu, Edda, in Afikpo local government area, and Edda local government area. We commend the military for the choice of Ebonyi State for the establishment of the Nigerian Military Referral Hospital, and wish to appeal to your office, the Chief of Army Staff, to facilitate the completion and equipping of the hospital to serve the state and the entire southeastern zone. On this note, it is my singular honor and privilege to once again formally congratulate the pioneer set of recruits of the Nigerian Army Recruit Training Depots, Amasiri Edda, in Afikpo and Edda local government area of this great state, Ebonyi. On your successful graduation, I wish you distinguished, fulfilling, and glorious career in the service of our dear fatherland. Congratulations. Thank you. May God Almighty bless you in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So on these notes, I invite the traditional rulers of Ebonyi State who had witnessed or whispered to me that they are to give the Chief of Army Staff for a service rendered to the people of this great state a title of Omudo One of our dear state, Ebonyi. So I invite them now to come out and offer the chieftaincy title to the Chief of Army Staff.
Chon! Shout at arms!
Just read it. Okay, read. The Chief of Army Staff, the people before you are the traditional rulers of Ebonyi State. Our being with you at this moment is to give you chieftaincy title of Omudo One of Ebonyi State. This is as a result of good relationship existing between you and the government of Ebonyi State. Thank you very much for being with us now.
Thank you very much.
Can we please appreciate this conferment to the Chief of Army Staff with a sounding round of applause, please? Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, senior officers both serving and retired, may I at this juncture most dutifully and respectfully, with all sincerity of purpose to duty and service, request the Commandant, Depot Nigerian Army, Amasiri Edda, to please invite the reviewing officer for today's parade, talking about the #1 seat of the Nigerian Army, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Y.D. Shaibu, to make his remarks. The Commandant, sir.
His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ebonyi State, Right Honorable Builder Francis Ogbonna Nwofero, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Abia State, Dr. Alex Oti, here represented by His Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Engineer Ikechukwu Ometu. His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Imo State, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma, Commander of the Order of the Niger, represented here by the Deputy Governor of Imo State, Her Excellency, Lady Chinyere Iheoma Okomoro, PhD. Her Excellency, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Ndubisi Mba, here represented by the Speaker, Enugu House of Assembly, Right Honorable Uche Ugu. Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Ebonyi State, former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General O.A. Ihejirika, retired, Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, our host, the Commandant, Depot Nigerian Army, Amasiri Edda, Brigadier General A.M. Amadu, honorable members of the State House of Assembly here present, distinguished members of the Ebonyi State Executive Council, Commandant, Nigerian Defense Academy, Commander, Training and Doctrine Command, Nigerian Army, the Chief of Policy and Plans Army, Principal Staff Officers from Defense and Service Headquarters, Joint Task Force and Theater Commanders here present, the Director General, Nigerian Army Heritage and Future Center, and other heads of Nigerian Army establishments here, Corps Commanders, General Officer commanding 82 Division, other General Officers commanding, the Air Officer commanding Ground Training Command, Nigerian Air Force, Commandants of Defense and Nigerian Army training institutions here present, senior officers serving and retired. Permit me to please recognize the presence of senior officers that have served this country meritoriously and have retired, beginning with Major General J.N. Woga, retired, Major General A. Mohammed, Major General O.A. Uko, Major General I.R. Nicholas, Major General F.O. Azita, retired, Major General S.O. Olabanji, retired, Major General A.B. Omosoje, retired, and Major General B.U. Uzeogo, retired. as a point of reference to other senior retired officers here with us today. My dear wife, the President, Nigerian Army Officers' Wife Association, Dr. Hajia Sefia Hassan Shaibu, and other esteemed members of the association here present, heads of security agencies with us here, our Royal Father, His Royal Majesty, Eze Charles Mpuma, and other highly revered Royal Fathers here present, at this point, I say thank you for the honor bestowed on me. Captains of industries, our host communities, Amasiri and Edda communities, distinguished invited guests, passing out recruits of 90 regular intake, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is with a profound sense of pride and fulfillment that I stand before you at this historic occasion of the maiden passing out parade of the pioneer recruits of Depot Nigerian Army Amasiri Edda. Today's ceremony marks not only the successful completion of training by these young soldiers, but also the beginning of a new chapter in our history. This depot was established on 25th of November 2025 and is strategically situated in Ebonyi State, within the Southeast Geopolitical Zone, as the third depot in Nigerian Army and the first primary military training institutions of the Army in the geopolitical zone. The siting of this depot in this zone demonstrates the unwavering commitment of the federal government of Nigeria to foster national cohesion and to ensure even development across our country. The establishment of the depot therefore represents a landmark achievement in our national journey towards inclusivity, unity, and equitable development. Without a doubt, today's event can best be understood through different strategic prisms. At the national level, this event represents the realization of a noble vision and another major milestone in the ongoing transformation of our armed forces towards effectively addressing the contemporary security challenges confronting our beloved nation. To our gracious hosts, the good people of the Southeast Zone, and in particular Ebonyi State, this institution stands as a symbol of national integration, shared responsibility, and a collective commitment to peace, security, and the development of Nigeria. On my part as a Chief of Army Staff, the establishment of this depot not only eases the operational and training pressure on the existing depots in Zaria and Oshogbo, but it heralds the emergence of a new generation of professionally trained soldiers from this prestigious institution. It is equally a proud moment for Depot Nigerian Army Amasiri Edda, which, despite being newly established, has successfully and effectively trained and nurtured this pioneer intake under rigorous conditions. To the celebrants, my newly enlisted young soldiers, today marks the beginning of a fulfillment of a noble call to serve our fatherland in uniform. These recruits passing out today are part of the first batch of 14,000 recruits that will eventually make up the 28,000 recruits approved by Mr. President under his Strategic Force Expansion Initiative. On this note, I wish to express my deep appreciation to His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, for giving the strategic direction for the Nigerian Army to establish this recruits training depot as part of efforts to expand our manpower base and for approving the resources for its successful takeoff. This clearly demonstrates the federal government's resolve to continuously strengthen the Nigerian Army institutional capacity to churn out highly trained, disciplined, and mission-ready soldiers in sufficient numbers to meet the present and future security demands. As the character of warfare and asymmetric threats continue to evolve, so too must our capacity to prepare men and women entrusted with safeguarding the sovereignty and territorial integrity of our great nation. I also wish to specifically appreciate our host, the good people on the Southeast Zone, especially the Governor of Ebonyi State, His Excellency, Right Honorable Francis Ogbonnanweforo, for being a wonderful partner in progress and for his unwavering support, including the historical groundbreaking ceremony on 13th of January 2026, which will not go unnoticed. I want to put on record that you have written your name in gold as one of the founding fathers of this depot. To the past and present members of the Federal Executive Council here present, including retired and serving senior officers of this zone, I appreciate your collective efforts in making this day a success. To the Commandant, instructors, and the entire training staff of Depot Nigerian Army Amasiri Edda, I want to commend your professionalism, resilience, and dedication in transforming these young civilians into soldiers, whom the Nigerian Army can confidently order into battle. This aligns with my command philosophy, which aims to transform the Nigerian Army into a more professional, adaptable, combat-ready, and resilient force capable of decisively discharging its constitutional responsibilities within a joint and multi-agency environment. I must say that your efforts have laid a solid foundation for these soldiers' future in supporting the ongoing counterterrorism and counterinsurgency operations and other security operations across the country. To my newly enlisted soldiers, I am certain that you have acquired the basic training required of you to become professional soldiers. This institution, though the third recruit training depot in the Nigerian Army, has stood out in its pursuit of tactical level training. This is evident in the impressive parade performance and the exceptional weapon proficiency, which will be demonstrated shortly. As you pass out today, you must understand that the training you have received here is intended to prepare you for the tasks ahead and to serve as the basis for your future training. You will all agree with me that the security environment confronting our nation and indeed the African continent continue to evolve in complexity and intensity. Today, terrorism, insurgency, banditry, separatist violence, transnational organized crime, cyber threats, and the proliferation of small arms and light weapons have combined to create an unprecedented challenge to peace and stability across Africa. It is therefore imperative that you newly trained recruits, soldiers, understand from the onset that the defense of Nigeria requires sacrifice and unwavering commitment to duty. I want to reiterate that the Nigerian Army will continue to review and strengthen its recruit training curriculum to meet contemporary operational requirements. Gender emphasis is now placed on combat fitness, weapon handling, marksmanship, fieldcraft, minor tactics, and leadership development, amongst others. Note that the training you underwent here was deliberately designed to prepare you for the realities of our operational environment. As you proceed into the field, remember that the Nigerian people will look up to you not only as defenders of the nations, but also as symbols of hope, courage, and national unity. When you took the oath of allegiance, you pledged to defend Nigeria with your lives. These words, among others, are not mere ceremonial requirements, but a solemn covenant between you and our dear country. Hence, I encourage you to wear your uniform with pride, carry your weapons with responsibility, and treat your comrades with respect, and serve your commanders with loyalty. Just as I mentioned during the graduation ceremony of your colleagues in Depot Nigerian Army Oshogbo on the 27th of June this year, I cannot emphasize enough the enormous national resources that have been committed to your recruitment, training, and overall development as soldiers of the Nigerian Army. This investment reflects the nation's trust in your ability to defend its sovereignty and guarantee internal stability. In this regard, I must caution you to strictly observe the armed forces of Nigeria's social media policy. A growing trend of indiscretion on social media has had serious consequences for erring personnel. The unauthorized posting of operational information, images of military activities, sensitive locations, as well as the dissemination of unverified and misleading content constitute a great and serious breach of extant regulations. Let me be clear. Violations of social media policy can and will result in disciplinary action, including dismissal from service where necessary. The implications of such misconduct are far-reaching. For the individual soldiers, it represents a loss of career, honor, and livelihood. For the Army, it undermines discipline, operational security, morale, and institutional credibility. For the nation, it represents a waste of substantial public investment in your training. You must therefore exercise the highest level of restraint, maturity, and responsibility as you navigate the social media space. Wherever you are in doubt or wherever you are deployed, I also implore you to consistently operate within the framework of human rights principles and strictly adhere to the rules of engagement in the conduct of operations. Above all, uphold the trust of the Nigerian people and remain worthy ambassadors of the Nigerian Army whenever duty calls. Permit me to use this medium to assure you of Mr. President's resolve to continue to improve the welfare, training, and equipment of our troops. Never lose sight of the enormous responsibility placed on your shoulders. The nation has invested substantial resources in your training because it believes in your capability to make a difference. You now carry the proud responsibility of defending our nation and preserving the rich traditions of the Nigerian Army. Today, more than ever, the federal government is investing in defense industries, local production, and technology to reduce dependence on imports and ensure sustainable support to our troops. We must therefore continue to prioritize decent accommodation, health care, and post-service support because those who risk their lives for the nation depend the best the nation can offer. To the parents, guardians, and families here present, I congratulate you all. You have entrusted your children and wards to the Nigerian Army. You have endured months of separation, anxiety, and uncertainty. At this defining moment, you see it with pride as they stand before you, changed forever. You are giving your best to the Nigeria, and the nation salutes you. We ask for continuous support as the military service is very demanding. Please stand by them, encourage them, and pray for them. To our host, Igbo, I wish to humbly request you encourage our youths to take their rightful place in the defense of our fatherland. For some time now, the recruitment quota from this zone has not been fully utilized. This should not continue. Military service is not just a career, but an honorable endeavor of patriotism, leadership, and national contribution. I therefore urge community leaders, parents, guardians, and elders in the Southeast Zone to encourage our young men and women to see this depot as their own and step forward to serve. Once again, I convey our proud and profound appreciation to everyone present at this landmark occasion. God bless the Nigerian Army. God bless the respected good people of Ebonyi State. God bless the good people of the Southeast Geopolitical Zone. And God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you all, and God bless.
That was the voice of the #1 seat of the Nigerian Army, with that splendiferous and captivating remarks. May I once again request we put our hands together for the number 1 seal of the Nigerian Army, please.
Sister Medal, first of course, fellow Defense College, Daga, fellow National Defense University, United States of America. Command Medal, Field Command Medal, Field Command Medal of Honor, Nigerian Army Outstanding Operational Command Medal, Nigerian Army Purple Heart, Master of Strategic Studies, Master of Heart, and member, Nigerian Institute of Management. Hip, hip, hip. Show that arms. I put arms. The soldier's creed. Salute, President Arms.
Shall we all remain standing for the national anthem? Officers and warrant officers in uniform are to salute. Thank you. You may please be seated. The parade commander, Major O.S. Ashabalu, is riding smartly to seek permission from the reviewing officer to carry out with the concluding part of the parade.
May I have your permission to fight past the colors, personnel recruits, and for the rest of the parade? Sir!
Permission has just been granted by our reviewing officer to the parade commander to carry out with the rest of the parade.
Personal play in one tune.
The reviewing officers are distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. We are now gradually coming to the end of today's historic event, which is the passing out parade of 90 regular recruit intake here at Depot Nigerian Army, Amasiri, Edda. Before the filing pass commence, may I crave the indulgence of the reviewing officer to make the following announcement. Immediately after the file pass, there will be a group photograph with the reviewing officer, His Excellency, and other dignitaries at the photo stand. That will be followed by live fire practices at the mini shooting range. After which, there will be a groundbreaking ceremony by the reviewing officer at some selected points. Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, as the passing out parade draws to a close, the solemn strains of Till We Meet Again tune evoke deep emotions and reflections. This symbol melody marks the end of months of shared sacrifice, rigorous training, enduring friendships, and unforgettable memories forged together as recruits. As these young men and women part this parade ground today, they may never meet themselves again as they have during their training. They can only meet during training or courses, missions or operations, as well as audits or any other military engagement. Indeed, this is not a farewell, but a tribute to the enduring bond of comradeship forged at Depot Nigerian Army, Amasiri, Edda. Until then, till we meet again, till we meet again, till we meet again.
Personal prayer with purpose in slow and quick time. Hey, the center. Go, march.
The reviewing officer, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. These personnel recruits reported to Depot Nigerian Army for training on the 17th January 2026. With a total strength of 3,011. However, today being the 8th day of July 2026, only 2,989 have been deemed qualified to become soldiers. Many were indeed called, but only few were chosen. Yet, only the fittest survived. The recruits during their training in Depot went through the rigors of training activities, which has instilled discipline, regimentation, esprit de corps, comradeship in them.
Salute.
As the colors approach the saluting dice, may I once again request all to rise as a symbol of respect to the color Officers and warrant officers in uniform at the salute. Thank you. As the recruit file past to nostalgic strains of outline scene, the timeless melody adopted by Robert Burns in 1788 were reminded of its enduring meaning since long ago. The tune rekindles memories of the journey these recruits have shared and the transformation that has turned them into the disciplined soldiers of the Nigerian Army. May I also use this opportunity to remind this distinguished gathering that every senior officer, soldier, and veteran present here today has one time or the other filed past the saluting dice at the successful of their completion of their military training. I am certain they are living those treasured moments with great nostalgia. This includes our reviewing officer for today's parade, who also once stood in the shoes of these young soldiers. Ladies and gentlemen, a resounding round of applause for the #1 seat of the Nigerian Army. Indeed, every beginning has an end, and every ending marks a new beginning. Today closes one chapter of training and opens another. A life of courage, discipline, professionalism, and selfless service to our great nation. As these soldiers leave the parade ground, may I also use this opportunity to thank the tireless effort of the Commandant, Depot Nigerian Army Amasiri Edda, Brigadier General A.M. Ahmadu, for his effort in molding these young men to be what you are witnessing today. Before we conclude this part, may I say that the commentary you're witnessing today may not be complete without the direction and the guidance of the Acting Director, Army Public Relations, talking about Colonel O.A. Anele, Specialist Medal of Honor. On behalf of the Commandant, officers, soldiers, and civilian staff of Depot Nigerian Army Amasiri Edda, we thank you all for being part of this memorable passing-out parade. We wish our newly enlisted soldiers and all dignitaries a safe return back to their various destinations. Signing out from the commentary desk, Captain S.S. Barka, Master Warrant Officer Anthony Dan retired. I remain my humble self, Captain M.I. Yahya, saying thank you and God bless.
Front.
Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations.
They give me problem.
Hold on. Sorry. Sorry, sir.
That's in my check.
May I request the Commandant of Nigerian Army, Amasiri Edda, to please lead our special guest of honor, His Excellencies and other dignitaries to the photo stand for the group photograph. Thank you. May I once again request the Commandant, Depot Nigerian Army, Amasiri Edda, to lead our special guest, His Excellency and all dignitaries to the photo stand for the group photograph. Thank you.
Borno say long live Nigeria. Allah bamu damuna malabarka. Assalamu alaikum.
Amin Ya Rabbi, Honorable Lawan Moruma, the Chairman, House Committee on Agriculture. The next 2-minute goodwill is going to be delivered by the Chairman, APC Borno State, Right Honorable Bello Ayuba. And I now ask that we please put our hands together for him as he comes to the microphone to deliver his goodwill message. Right Honorable Bello Ayuba.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, I most humbly and respectfully stand on the already established protocols. Your Excellency, I think today's event is a practical one. It is very practical in the sense that over the years, you have been supporting the farming sector. And today, people can see anything to do with farming is hereby provided by His Excellency to boost the agricultural sector. In view of this, it is my urge to the farmers, let us take the advantage to make use of these facilities for the farming activities in the state. Honestly speaking, Your Excellency, let me speak for the benefit of the common man who cannot speak, who cannot understand the English. Don Allah kar akai kayan nan kasuwa a sayar. Don Allah kar akai kayan nan kasuwa a sayar. Ga fa injin, ga komai, ga shi an kawo, an saya ɗimbin kuɗi, za a bayar don saboda a yi noma da shi. Ban ma so mu ga injin ɗaya an kai da sunan za a sayar. Mu yi amfani da wannan dama, mu yi amfani da wannan kaya domin mu tabbatar noma ya inganta, noma mun samu abinci domin ya zamanto ƙasarmu babu yunwa. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
That has been the inexhaustible chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Borno State, Right Honorable Bello Ayuba. We appreciate him one more time, please. Let's put our hands together for him. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, the next goodwill messages are going to come from our royal fathers who came here to support this noble agricultural intervention. And the first person to speak to us in this segment is the Emir of Biu, His Royal Highness Alhaji Dr. Mustafa Umar Mustafa II.
Your Executive Governor Bono said, distinguished